This is for 1.08 narrative writing. And the objective for this lesson, it says, after completing this lesson, you will be able to demonstrate an understanding of the narrative writing process. And after this, there's a quiz. So I will not be going over the third page, and there won't be a second video before the quiz. You'll just go through this one, read through all the material, and then take the quiz. So on page 1, there's just this little thing that explains about how you get from having nothing to having a final draft, and it gives it makes the comparison of a labyrinth, which is a maze. So read through all of that. It's not very long. And then you're going to go to page 2. And on page 2, there's a tutorial, a link to a tutorial. And the tutorial goes over the writer's craft, 6 traits, and the writing process. The tutorial is a little bit long. It's kind of like this setup here where you read through the thing and you click on the different things. It's the same thing, and I'm going to go over that. But first I wanted to go down here to the narrative writing note-taking guide, and just show you that this opens up and you need to copy and paste this into another document because you can't write on this one. And you will take notes as you go through the tutorial on the 6 traits of writing. Oops. And also the steps to the writing process. So you will, as you go through it, you're going to take notes on that. So you'll click here for the tutorial and it'll open up like this. It's got the writer's craft, the 6 traits, and the writing process. So start with the writer's craft. And the writer's craft narrative. And a narrative is telling a story. So anytime there's a story, that's a narrative. Any movie is a narrative unless it's a documentary. Any TV show, same thing. Books that you read, novels, those short stories, poetry a lot of times will be narrative. If it's telling you a story, then it's a narrative. So on page 2 of this, it says narrative writing, and starts out a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away from Star Wars series. So you're going to read through all of this, and then that's it for that. So then you'll go back to the menu and you'll go to 6 traits, and there's 5 pages for this one. So you'll need to read through the elements, the different elements of narrative writing. It explains what they are. Then you go to page 2, and it talks about ideas, and it's got a little thing here that you do. You're going to select each title to discover the starring ideas of the narrative, of the story's narrative, and it says begin, and then you'll click on them like Romeo and Juliet, and it tells you a boy and a girl, from feuding families fall in love. That's just like the basic thing. And then it's got Frankenstein, Lord of the Flies, and Twilight. Page 3, organization. It's going to talk about organization, and then you're going to do a similar thing here. We're going to put the nursery rhymes in the correct order. And there's 2 of them, so make sure you do the first one, then you click next after you submit it and do the second one. Then on page 4, it's voice and word choice, so read through this, and then the little activity, it says choose the words or phrases that give the right voice to each of these story ideas. Select the words or phrases that place it under the story it best fits. Items will disappear when stored. So hit begin. You've got girl wins dance competition and travels to New York, and then a boy is lost in the woods after being separated from his family. It says the buzz of the busy streets was electric. Well, obviously, that's the girl in the city, right? Not the one lost in the woods. So you just drag it up there like that, and then you'll hit next item. And then page 5 talks about sentence fluency and conventions, and you're going to read through this and you're going to play these 2 things. Then you go back to menu, narrative, the writing process. And here there are 2 pages, so you'll do the overview, and then you'll read the second page, and there's a little activity here where you're going to select each step and revealing the writing traits used. And then that will be it for the tutorial. You'll go back to the class and take the quiz. And let me know if you have any questions, and also if you need help passing the quiz, let me know and come to class. Thanks.